KL Rahul silences Jinnaswamy with sublime 93 as Delhi Capitals humble RCB again asterisk. In a contest brimming with momentum shifts and raw emotion, it was KL Rahul, the local boy turned visitor, who had the final word. His commanding, unbeaten 93 of just 53 balls led the Delhi Capitals to a stirring 6-wicket win over Royal Challengers Bangalore, extending DC's unbeaten run in IPL 2025 and leaving RCB still winless at home. The night had begun with fireworks for RCB as Phil Salt came out all guns blazing. In an exhilarating opening burst, Salt tore into the Delhi Capitals' attack, particularly targeting Mitchell Starc in an over that yielded 30 runs. Smashing 3 sixes and 4 boundaries in just 17 balls, Salt helped RCB race to 53 without loss in just 3 overs, their second fastest team 50 in IPL history. However, the euphoria in the stands quickly evaporated. A miscommunication between Salt and Virat Kohli led to a run-out, triggering a dramatic collapse. Devdutt Padikkal struggled to get going, managing only 1 of 8 balls before falling to Mukesh Kumar. With the openers gone and momentum lost, RCB's middle order came under pressure. Enter Kuldeep Yadav and Vipraj Nigam. On a surface often dubbed a graveyard for spinners, the Delhi duo turned the tide with a masterclass in control and deception. Nigam removed Kohli, who miscued an attempted lofted drive, while Kuldeep baffled the batters with his variations, accounting for Jitesh Sharma and Rajat Patidar. Krunal Pandya also fell to Nigam, and suddenly RCB had slumped to 125 for 7 by the 18th over. Only Tim David offered resistance at the back end of the innings. With 4 sixes and the boundaries in a brisk 37 of 20 balls, David's late onslaught ensured RCB had something to ball at, finishing on 163 for 7. While not a daunting total by Jinnaswamy standards, it was enough to give their bowlers hope, at least momentarily. Delhi's chase began on shaky ground. Fab du Plessis fell early, mistiming Yash Dayal to mid-off, and Jake Frizzemaker continued his quiet season with a top edge of Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Abhishek Porel became Bhuvneshwar's second victim, and by the end of the power play, DC were reeling at 39 for 3. When Krunal Pandya trapped Axar Patel in the 9th over, Delhi had slid to 58 for 4, and the atmosphere inside the stadium buzzed with expectation. That was when KL Rahul took charge. Until the 11th over, Rahul had struggled for fluency. He was 29 of 29 balls, out of rhythm, and had already survived a difficult chance on 7. But from that point on, he was a man transformed. Together with Tristan Stubbs, he stitched together an astonishing counterattack. The pair added 111 runs in just 41 deliveries, turning the match on its head with sheer timing and composure. Rahul began his assault with a pair of classy boundaries against Liam Livingstone. He followed that up with a merciless takedown of George Hazelwood, scoring 22 runs in 1 over with a flurry of 4s and a towering 6. Stubbs played his part too, reverse sweeping Krunal to the boundary and lofting Suyash Sharma for 4 and 6 in the same over. The required run rate, which had hovered around 11 at one point, melted away. With just 18 balls left, Delhi needed 19. Yash Dayal returned, but Rahul was already in overdrive. He smashed the sixes over fine leg and pulled a thunderous boundary to finish the chase with authority. As the winning 6 sailed into the night sky, Rahul roared and slammed his bat into the turf, a celebration of dominance, relief, and homecoming rolled into one. His 93 not out, built with finesse and power, turned the game after DC's win probability had dropped to 14% earlier in the innings. It was an innings that not only highlighted Rahul's class but also stamped Delhi's credentials as genuine contenders this season. For RCB, it was another case of what might have been. After such a blistering start with the bat and a strong power play with the ball, they once again let the game slip. Their spinners failed to exert control, and their pace bowlers crumbled under pressure. Despite Salt's early fireworks and Tim David's late surge, their total proved insufficient. Delhi Capitals, meanwhile, remain unbeaten, now 4 games in, looking like one of the most well-rounded sides in the tournament. For KL Rahul, the match was personal, and he delivered a performance for the ages.